Hey there everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading. I hope you guys are all doing very well. So today's reading is how do their friends perceive you? Did I say that right? Yeah, so how do their friends perceive you? What do their friends think about you? And stuff like that, you know? So we have 3 groups for you to choose from today. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you want to pause the video to choose your pile, feel free to do so, but I shall see you guys in your reading. Hello, if you chose group 1, welcome to your reading. So when I was channeling for this group, I heard that it might not be a group of friends, who thinks or perceives you this way, but it could just be maybe your person's closest friend. I feel like, because I feel like it's just maybe one person, like a close friend or a specific friend, but let's do this anyways, okay? So how do their friends or, close friend perceive you at this time, or just in general? So the first card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, this is so positive. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Six of Pentacles upright, we have the Ten of Cups reversed, we have the Ten of Swords reversed, okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed, okay. And we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I'm just going to pause this just so I can line up these cards, okay. Okay, so group 1, the first message that I'm actually hearing is that this person or, this person's group of friends, they think you are like a good person. Like they think you just have a good heart. They see you as someone who's very charitable. They see you as someone who's kind, who's giving. They see you as someone who deserves the best in life. And it's because of, I don't know if you've helped this person's friend out or if you helped out, their friend, the person that you're actually asking about. But if you have been very giving to this person's friend, the one you're asking about, then they feel like you are kind of like an angel. They feel like you're a bit of a sweetheart. They just feel like you're very generous and very kind. And, whether it's because of, these good deeds that you do, or whether it's because of just who the hell you are as a person, like this person, or their friends, they feel like you have a lot of good stuff coming towards you. They feel like you are either good luck, or they feel like your person or the person on your mind was very lucky to have found someone like you. Their friends could perceive you as quite, I'm hearing wealthy. That's not what I wanted to say, but that's what wanted to come out. So they could perceive you as wealthy, or at least someone who is on the path to, gaining success, or they just kind of see you as successful anyway. They feel like you are someone who has a purpose on this planet, like I don't know if this person's friends even align with, those kind of spiritual beliefs, but I feel like either one specific friend or, their group of friends, they feel like you are special in some way, For some of you, they could feel like you have a dysfunctional like family life. They may not, it may be that they think you're not close with your family, or it could just be that your family life or your home life is quite different to maybe, the majority of people, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they could, believe that your family life, either currently or in the past, has been, quite chaotic and a bit scattered. I'm just hearing like maybe not very stable. But they see you as someone who is healing, someone who is overcoming some things. Like, for example, if the person you are asking about, like the person, like not the friends, I'm talking about the actual person, if they done anything to betray you, then I'm hearing their friends are like, you're stupid, like, why would you do that? So some of their friends could feel like, you're onto better things. They could feel like sometimes you give your power away. They could feel like sometimes you're a bit too generous, or I'm hearing like maybe you've let stuff slide before, and it's like they think, I feel like they think so highly of you, but it's like they're maybe hoping that you think, highly of yourself as well, is what I'm hearing. So they could feel like, for some of you, they could feel like, you're, I wouldn't say materialistic. I don't feel like that's maybe image conscious. For some of you, they could perceive you as image conscious, but I don't feel like that's for the majority of you. But yeah, they do see you as someone who's been through a lot of tough, cycles in their life. But they see you as someone who's healing, who's coming out on top anyway. But it's just like they wish that you valued yourself, or they wish that you saw how valuable you were, or that you are, They see you as someone who's very dedicated as well. They could see you as someone who's very motivated, like motivated towards your goals. They could feel like you're very dedicated and invested as well. It could be in regards to, their friend, the person you're, the actual person you're asking about. But yeah, they could either feel like you're invested in their friend, or that you're invested in your career and your finances. And they feel like you are in the process of, planting some seeds, and that you have so much potential and so much things to look forward to, honestly. It's like I'm hearing like you didn't deserve that, So it might be something that their friend did, or it might be something that you have, unfortunately had to go through in the past. But I'm hearing like their friends saying like you didn't deserve that, like you deserved much better than that. But yeah, they feel like you're smart as well. They could feel like you're well dressed, or okay, I'm hearing for some of you, you may not be that much into appearances. And if you're not into appearances, they're like, even though you may not care, you still look, good. But yeah, they just feel like you're someone who has a lot of good stuff, coming for them. Like they feel like you're in the or they perceive you as someone who's changing as well. So they could perceive you as someone who's growing, as someone who's changing. I'm hearing adaptable, like that's random. So for some of you, they also perceive you as adaptable, okay? Okay, so we have here separation. So if any of you, did, kind of go through a separation with their friend, I'm hearing like no chance. So if any of you are actually separated from this person's friend, then they could feel like you're kind of moving on to better things. Like they could feel like you're changing and you're not really tolerating what maybe you used to tolerate with this person. Or for others of you, they could feel like a separation is coming up because you are changing. Not because you are changing, like not in a bad way at all. But yeah, if any of you are like kind of going through a separation or having time away from your partner, they could feel like that was the best idea. Because this person, whoever it is, like this person's friend, they feel like you deserve love, they feel like you're so lovable. And like if any of you have separated from someone who maybe betrayed you or was a bit like, didn't treat you as you deserved, then this person is proud that you made that choice to separate. For some of you, they could feel like a separation is needed in order for maybe things to get back on track, for things to get better in the near future. But yeah, they kind of just perceive you as very lovable, as very, I'm hearing genuine as well. So for some of you, this person could feel like you have a bit of an ego. Actually, do you know what it is? It's not really ego. They could feel like you don't make yourself vulnerable. Okay, so they could feel like you hide behind a bit of a mask. They could love your laugh for some of you guys, but for others of you, they could feel like you're quite serious. Or they could, okay, take it as it resonates. Like if you're someone who's quite serious, then this person's friends think you're quite serious, or they perceive you as serious. But if that really doesn't resonate with you, then they definitely feel like you are someone who is able to laugh at at themselves, at whatever. They could feel like you have a good sense of humor. But if it's obviously the vice versa, then they could feel like you're a bit serious. So for some of you, they could feel like you're on your phone a lot. Like they could feel like you, I heard distraction. So maybe they feel like you distract yourself sometimes. So we have his cell phone again. So I don't know, but for some reason, your person's friends or friend either feels like you need to work on your communication skills. Like they could feel, I'm hearing for some of you, they feel like they need to reach out to you for some reason. But for others of you, they could feel like you're on your phone a lot. But if that's not the case, then they could feel like communication needs to be improved, maybe in regards to your connection with their friend. They feel like you're a bit of an earth angel. They feel like you're very sweet. I'm hearing very wise as well for some of you. I'm hearing like innocent, but not like, I feel like they feel like your energy is innocent, but maybe not so much your appearance. Not saying that, whatever, guys. But yeah, they see you as someone who's very determined. Like that's that Seven of Pentacles energy. They see you as someone who's very determined, maybe very, they see you as someone who perseveres as well. And we have beyond the ego again. So this person's friend, or their friends in general, could feel like you wear a bit of a mask. Like they could feel like you hide behind your ego. Maybe they feel like you're afraid to be vulnerable, or that you find it difficult to be vulnerable. They could feel like, maybe you need to go with the flow a bit more, but anyways, guys, that is all I have for you, group 1. I hope this reading made sense for you. I hope it resonated for you. But yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best on your journeys. So take care of yourself, okay? Bye. Hey there, group number 2. I hope you guys are all doing very well. So for those of you who chose this here rock, this is your reading. I hope you guys... I was about to repeat myself. I have a problem. Oh my god. Okay. So the person on your mind, how do their friends perceive you? Okay, we're going to start off with your tarot cards. So the first card we got is the Empress. So their friends definitely perceive you as very beautiful, very grounded, very like a natural beauty, maybe very down to earth as well. I'm hearing very sensual. They could perceive you. That's so funny, because when I was shuffling for this group, I kept hearing that one of their friends could possibly have like a bit of a crush on you. So yeah. So the next card we have is the Nine of Cups. Oh god, guys, I'm just keep stuttering. I don't know what's going on. So the Empress upright, the Nine of Cups upright, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Cups reversed, Eight of Swords upright, Justice card upright. Okay. I'm just going to pause it so I can align these cards. So yeah, as I was saying before, they find you to be very grounded, very beautiful. For some of you, they definitely see you as someone who's independent. Actually, I don't even feel like that's for some of you. I feel like that's definitely for the majority of those who pick group 2. They definitely see you as independent. They see you as someone who is optimistic. I'm even hearing confident. So for some of you, they definitely perceive you as confident. If any of you are fixed signs like Leo, Taurus, or what's the other one? Aquarius, Scorpio. If you have any of those placements in like, major parts of your birth chart, then then they could definitely perceive you guys as maybe a bit stubborn, you know, like your way or the highway kind of energy. I don't feel like that's for the majority of you, only of those of you who resonate with that. But yeah, they definitely find you to be very independent, very much in your power, you know. For some of you, they perceive you as someone who is very creative as well. For some of you, I'm hearing like they find you to be a bit of a flirt. I just need to confirm something though. So yeah, they could perceive you as a bit of a flirt. I feel like for some of you, if there has been like any issues between you and, this person's group, no, not the group of friends, but you and the person you're asking about, not the friends, but the actual person you're asking about, um, if anything has happened between you guys and if your person has vented to their friends, then this person's friends could feel like you are emotionally immature. For some of you, they could even perceive you as, I don't feel like manipulative is the right word. I'm hearing for some of you, wait. Like for some of you, they could feel like you're a bit harsh with your person, like emotionally harsh. They could feel like, I don't know, if any of you have given this person's friend, no, this person, if you've given them like bad news recently, or whatever, they could feel like you are harsh in what you said, you know? For some of you, they perceive you as, they perceive you as fair, like they definitely perceive you as balanced, fair, like someone who has good morals. So they could feel like you're someone who has good moral standing as well. I'm even hearing for some of you, they could feel like you're marriage material, but I feel like, I don't know if this group is like trying to keep their options open or if you're like exploring your options. But this person's friends, they definitely feel like you're like they definitely feel like your like attention isn't all on their person. Like that could be for obviously good reason, but yeah, they could feel like you're exploring your options. For some of you, this person's friends could feel like you procrastinate a little bit. And like, you know what I say with procrastination, if someone else perceives that, what you still manage to get shit done, then it really doesn't matter. um but yeah, for others of you, this person's friends could also feel like maybe, okay, that's what it is. For some of you, this person's friends could feel like you play victim a little bit, and whenever the Eight of Swords comes out, I never like to say like people are playing victim, because you probably have very good reason for feeling how you feel. um but that's like another talk for another day. We're not gonna go into that today. But yeah, for some of you, this person's friends could perceive you as like a bit, I don't want to say victim, like they could feel like you use emotions to victimize yourself, which in turn victimizes the person that you're asking about, if you know what I mean. But that's not going to resonate with everyone. But yeah, like they could also feel like you're quite slow moving, like they could feel like you're cautious or you take your time. um I mean, for some of you, I am hearing they could perceive you as, unmotivated, in their perception. But, don't take that message if it's just like, who cares? But, so, for some of you, I'm hearing their friends could feel like you. I'm hearing, what's that word? It's not impatient, like, it's another word. It's not impatient. Give me a minute. Okay, so this person, friends, like I feel like they perceive you as someone who reacts quite quickly, maybe someone who reacts a bit too quickly. There's a word for it. Give me a sec. So yeah, they could perceive you as someone who maybe jumps to conclusions or reacts too quickly to things, you know? So yeah, they could view you as a little bit impulsive. They could also feel like you're healing right now, or you're healing. I'm hearing like father wounds, mother wounds, healing maybe family issues. So maybe you're right now you're focused on healing your family issues, or they perceive you as someone who is, trying to find forgiveness in your past. For some of you, their friends think that you need to apologize. And I feel like if any of you have said something to your person that could be perceived as impulsive and maybe a bit harsh, their friends could feel like you owe their friend an apology for some of you guys. Okay, so the next card. Okay, I'm getting a weird message from this and I don't want to like just say it before I check. Yeah, sorry. For some of you, I feel like this person, one of their friends in particular, has a bit of a crush on you. Like they have feelings for you, and it's like this person has been trying to like put that to the back of their mind, or this person has been trying to like like not give too much thought or feeling about how they feel about you, but it's like they can't help how they feel, but I feel like they don't want to feel that way. um so we have here naked. So for some of you, this person's friends view you as maybe vulnerable, someone who's not afraid to be vulnerable. Like whenever I see the Page of Cups, like sometimes I see it as someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, but sometimes people can perceive that as, being overly emotional, or they can perceive it as being harsh or blunt. Um, but yeah, this person's friends could perceive you as being quite vulnerable in some way. We have here flower, which is kind of like my Empress card, honestly. So they definitely perceive you as beautiful. They could also perceive you as someone who's quite expressive, like it could be creatively. We have his celebrity. So this person's friends definitely think very highly of you, especially in regards to like looks. For some of you, their friends perceive you as maybe famous or in the spotlight, or just someone who receives a lot of attention, especially because of the way they look. So yeah, this person's friends definitely think you're very attractive, and because of that, they feel like you get a lot of attention. For some of you, this person's friends feel like you're seeking maybe a deeper purpose for your life. Like they could feel like you're on a spiritual journey. They could see you as someone who's quite spiritual as well. And finally, we have limitation is power. Lean into your limitations. So I feel like, with this Eight of Swords, I don't really feel like it's them seeing you as a victim. I feel like they definitely see or perceive you as someone who has, I can't remember what I was going to say, who has limitations, but they also see you as someone who is able to recognize limitations and also push past those limitations. Okay, it's like if there is anything like negative someone could perceive about you, this person feels like you just don't care anyway. So you could have a like this not, I don't want to say attitude because it has such a negative connotation sometimes, but you could have this vibe where it's just like I am who I am. And that's how their friends perceive you. Like, you are who you are, and ain't no one gonna change you. So yeah, that is all I have for you, group 2. I hope this reading made sense for you. I hope it resonated, and I'm wishing you guys all the best on your journeys. Okay, so take care. Bye. Hello there, for those of you who chose group 3. This is your reading, okay? So the person on your mind, how do their friends perceive you at this time? So the first card we have, the first card we have is the Ace of Swords upright. We have the Eight of Cups upright. All right, so if any of you had made a decision to walk away from this person, like, I'm not talking about the person's friend, I'm talking about, the actual person you're in a connection with or was in a connection with. I feel like if you walked away from this person, due to disappointment, due to, I'm hearing like changes weren't made or needs weren't met, they feel like you made the best decision that you could have made. Like, they feel like you made a really good decision in walking away from, their friend. Only for those of you who have recently decided to walk away from someone. So they also perceive you as the Page of Pentacles, yet okay, I feel like this is a very specific message for a very specific group of you. It's like you pulled your attention away from this person. I'm talking about the person you're actually in a connection with, though, by the way. But yeah, they feel like you did a very, you made a smart move, I'm hearing. Like, you made a smart decision in deciding to walk away from this person. And I'm hearing that their friends feel like you made a smart decision too. We have the Empress reverse. I love seeing the Empress reverse because I get such a different vibe from the Empress reverse. I get that with the Empress reverse, I think of someone like this person's friends, they think you're very beautiful, but not in your typical way. So you're someone who could be perceived as very beautiful, but at the same time, like, a bit rough around the edges. Like, you may not care that much about appearance, or you kind of just like do your own thing, like, when it comes to appearance. Like, maybe you may consider like other people to like follow trends, but you're just like, if it's a trend, then I ain't involved. So for some of you, if that is your vibe, or whether it, even if it isn't your vibe, like, this person's friends, they definitely perceive you as kind of like doing your own thing and making decisions that are best for you. For some of you, they could perceive you as a little bit, codependent. They could feel like, I'm hearing like, it's like your feet are off the ground, but at the same time, there's something still very stable about you, even though it seems like you're levitating. I don't know how to explain it, guys, honestly, but it's like they don't necessarily see you as someone who's grounded, but like someone who has their head in the clouds, maybe, but at the same time, they are also quite grounded. So maybe like you're a bit of an oxymoron to this person's friends. It's like you're one way, but yet you're another way. Like, there could be like this sense of duality about you. It's like you're very different. Like, you're very unique, and this person's friends, kind of perceive you that way, as very unique as well. We have here the Three of Swords. Ooh. And we have here Death. Yeah, so let me just neaten out these cards and I'll be back. Okay, so with that Three of Swords being there, I feel like for some of you, they could perceive you as being a heartbreaker, but like I said, like, there's this bit of, it's like if you're someone who's quiet, but you could be at the same time quite loud, it's just like there's something, I don't want to use the word strange, but like other people could perceive it as strange because like you come across one way, but yet you're a whole nother way. So yeah, it's either that their friends either perceive you as a heartbreaker, but like I said, like if any of you have walked away from this person recently, but yeah, they could also perceive you as someone who is, currently undergoing your own heartbreak, especially if something happened where you did have to walk away from this person. They're like, you made the right decision. Like they see you as someone who's very intelligent, someone who's very self-aware, someone who's quite successful as well. They could feel like you have great communication skills. They could really love your voice or the way you communicate, or the way you word things. They could really like. um but yeah, they definitely see you as someone who's going through, some tough emotions, maybe due to, it could be in general, but with that Three of Swords being there, it could definitely be due to this person's, the person that you're asking about, not their friends, but the person you're asking about. Yeah, so they could perceive you as maybe kind of going through a heartbreak right now. They may, perceive you as someone who's been cheated. So it's like they could perceive you as someone who's been cheated on, like if that makes sense. I don't really like to do that whole third party thing in my readings, but um for some of you, if there was a third party situation, if that resonates with your intuition, if it aligns with, what's happened as well, then they could definitely feel like you're in the process of healing, or that you're definitely in the thick of it when it comes to feeling that loss or feeling that betrayal, But they feel like you're transforming. It's like they see you as someone who is ever changing. They see you as someone who has made an end or put an end to something, and now you're kind of just focusing on a rebirth, focusing on the next chapter of your life, okay? So yeah, this person's friends definitely acknowledge like the relationship, and I feel like they feel that you're the one who missed out in this situation. Not missed out, that's not the right way to put it, but they feel like you got the short end of the stick, and they I feel like they feel like you didn't deserve that, because they do perceive you as someone who's kind of moving on to better things. They see you as someone who's successful. But like with that Empress card, they do see you as someone who deserves better. Like especially when sometimes when I see the Empress reverse, it's someone who has so much going for them, but for whatever reason, there could be a ton of reasons behind that, behind behaving like that, or accepting less than you deserve. But this person's friends feel like you gave your power away in some way. But the thing is, they think so highly of you. So it's like, why would you do that anyway? So they kind of feel like there's so much more believe like below the surface that they haven't really uncovered about you yet, if that makes sense. But I'm hearing like liberated. So if any of you have, recently liberated yourself in some way, uh, I don't want to say that they're proud of you, but they definitely acknowledge the strength to do that. It's like they perceive you as someone who's so beautiful as well. But it's like, do you believe in yourself? Like, do you see yourself the way other people see you? But anyways, let's move on. Okay, so the next card we have is getting to know each other. Yeah, so this person's friend, I keep saying friend. So it could be one specific friend, or it could be a group of people. But this person's friend or friends, um, I'm hearing they perceive you as someone who likes to get to know other people. I'm hearing like you could have good instinct, or you could be very witty. You could be like quite funny or humorous in some way. But if it's not humorous, it could be like they could perceive you as someone who likes to get to know people on like a deep level. So they may see you as someone who is the opposite of superficial, or surface level. We also have, you have known this person before. So how does this person perceive you? Okay, so this person's friend or friends, they also believe that you have the gift of insight. Like with this card, it's like I feel like this person's friend or friends have said before, like, how did they know that? You know, like how, like it's like you have this insight or this inner knowing, and this person's friends feels like I'm hearing kind of spooky. So for some of you, not that you spook out their friends or anything, but they feel like you have this ability to know things, okay? Like, I don't know whether or not they would align with the term, clairvoyant or claircognient or whatever you call them, but this person definitely perceives you as someone who has a deep knowing of things. Where's your cards? Okay. 1 second. Okay, so for some of you, this person's friend could perceive you as maybe obsessed with their friend, the person you're asking about. They could also perceive you as maybe a little bit shady. But I feel like for some of you, I feel like it is in a funny way though, and sometimes when you have this knowing as well, sometimes you could be perceived as shady because like sometimes you might say things and it's just like, how do you know that? Or they might feel like, oh, I feel attacked when, and it's like, how do you know that? So I don't know. For some of you, this person's friends could perceive you as a little bit shady, but I don't feel like it's in so much in a negative way, but I do feel like this person's friends feel like they have to watch what they say. Why do I keep laughing with this part? I don't know. Okay, the next card we have is Rise Above. So this person's friend feels like you are so strong, honestly, to be able to rise above maybe certain things that you've maybe encountered in your life. But this person's friends feels like you're elevating, like that's that death card. They feel like you're someone who's very conscious as well. Like they could feel like you're a bit of a psychic. Why am I laughing so much? So yeah, they could, perceive you as someone who is elevating in life, like you're not going to be held down. You're going to keep moving forward. You're going to keep moving upwards. We also have Heal Thyself. So this person's friends could definitely perceive you as someone who has healing energy in general, or they could perceive you as someone who has the ability to experience unfortunate things, but at the same time have the ability to heal yourself and to transcend any pain or any negative emotions that are in your life. Okay, so their friends definitely perceive you as someone who's quite strong. They perceive you as someone who does, it's like they perceive you as someone, I don't know whether it's hardworking, I don't know if that's what it is, but this person's friends, they feel like you are deserving of an award. Like I don't know what reason. Obviously it could be for different reasons. But they feel like you deserve an award, okay? Like they feel like you are deserving of recognition. For some of you, they feel like you maybe are in the spotlight. They perceive you as being in the spotlight. But if that's not the case, then they could just feel like, give this person an award is what I'm hearing. Like give this person a medal. Like for some reason, like this person's friends feel like, yeah, that you're deserving of praise in some way. They also perceive you as someone who's a bit of a free spirit. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Like that's the vibe I was trying to like pick up from that Empress card. It's like they see you as someone who's a free spirit, but at the same time very knowledgeable and very grounded, but at the same time like kind of just hovering off the floor. It's like you're grounded, but but like a little bit whimsical at the same time. I don't know, guys, but they also perceive you as either breaking free from their friend and the attachment that you built with their friend and kind of just choosing to liberate yourself. And finally, we have willpower. So they feel like you guys are very strong. They feel like, certain stress, like they feel like you have a great stress tolerance, they feel like certain things that you've been through or certain things that you've put up with, they're like, I don't even know how this person done it, you know? So this person definitely thinks very highly of you. This person's friend, sorry, thinks very highly of you, and they feel like you show great amounts of willpower and, you know, inner strength, honestly. And yeah, that is all I have for you, group 3. I hope this reading resonated for you or made sense for you in some way. Um, and yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best on your journeys as usual. Okay, so take care, guys.